Now it does.
Oh, there
Now
it
it
is.
does.
All right. Anybody can do this job. Right there.
Wow.
All right, Nan, you want to start off?
All right, yeah, I'll start. So thank you guys for joining us. It's fun to see all these lovely faces on here. I know it's late, so we'll get started. My name is Nan, and I wanted to first start just by doing a couple of announcements. I know Rebecca was talking about the Super Saturday in Columbus is canceled, and so a couple of options that I found, of course, is going to Toledo, which has always been amazing with Janelle Summers, and then Lauren and Stacy are there, and we've always had a good time. And that is on April 8th as well. And then Tony Horton is actually going to be in Pittsburgh. So I don't know. That's also on April 8th. It's going to be in the Heinz Stadium. So I don't know. It might be kind of cold. I have no idea. But that also looked like a really cool option if people want to do a road trip. I don't know for sure if I will be able to make it personally because we have to be at our house by that weekend. So depending on what's going on, I'm not sure. I'm really up in the air, but you guys think about both of those options. If you guys are in the chat, if you guys want to kind of talk about it, if you guys think that might be a fun idea to maybe carpool and go to one of those places. We left early, like 6 a.m. last time, and then just made it a long day trip. So those are some good options to go to.
Another thought. Sorry, Nan.
That's okay.
I know Sherry Beasley has held one towards Chicago too. I looked it up. It'd be like 2 hours for us, and then like Katie and Shannon could come down too. So I could see if she was doing one. And then as Katie, I think you put in there, we can also anyone can have a Super Saturday. So if we wanted to do like a team coffee hour and get the video and just hang out, that's always an option.
Sherry's house is more than 2 hours from here.
Is it? It's not at her house.
It's in Normal, Illinois. My brother-in-law lives there. It's like an hour and a half past the Indianapolis Children's Museum.
So how far is that?
Like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. Well, Sapphire here. A couple hours.
It's not 2 hours.
It's a couple hours.
Well,
options.
So there's definitely some options. And I mean, absolutely, we can just like throw something together here in Columbus too and have Team Courage. But yeah, you're right, Stacy. Toledo's only 2 hours and it has worked out great. So, and Janelle has always been an awesome, and Megan Wazinski, they have been great to learn from. And I've really enjoyed all the 2 Saturdays that I've been there. So I just wanted to we got some awesome rank advancements this week. So I wanted to shout out Stephanie Svora. She's not on here, but she advanced to Emerald, and so yay. And then Shannon advanced to Ruby this week, so very exciting. And then a couple other things. It's once we hit rank, it's so easy or just as hard basically to keep our rank and hold your rank once you're there. So it is a huge achievement to when people are getting their ranks back. As newer coaches, you may not realize that people may hit Emerald, Diamond, 1 star, 2 star, or whatever, but people are constantly coming in and out of their rank. So it's important. That's why it's important to constantly keep adding to our funnel, keep inviting coaches. So Christy Lovell got her Diamond back this week, and then Lauren Pizzuti got her Emerald back this week. So congratulations, you guys. That's awesome. And then I wanted to also shout out Shannon Jordan because she's rocking Success Club. She's at Success Club 8 this month. So great job, everybody. I know that this has been a really hard month. I'm struggling. Mentally I'm struggling, but I'm also struggling just reaching out to people. And, I know it's kind of a tough time because we're hitting spring breaks and people are kind of, we might be getting a lot of crickets, but just keep plugging in because it's just a cycle and it's going to turn around here. So at those invites, if you guys saw the ones I posted this morning, a lot of them were new people, and I got a lot of, oh, I didn't even know you did those, or what is it? Tell me more. I definitely would be interested. So just an idea, use those and send those out. They were kind of out of the blue, some of them, but I did get a response from people. So going to work through those now. So do you want to go, Christy?
Sure. So a shout out I had, Anne Louise is at SC2. So that's the first one on that I can see that has hit. So I wanted to shout her out. She's not on tonight, but, and then besides that, like Nan said, it can be ebb and flow and ups and downs. So thank you guys, I'm so glad everybody's back together, and it's been an awesome place to start, brainstorming in the team page. So instead of having a couple places to look. So thank you guys for inviting us all back in. So I wanted to say that. I did have one thing. We really wanted tonight to be Q&A, but one thing I wanted to share that I have been working on putting together, and it's taken me a little while, but super simple, but with the idea of adding challengers anytime. As soon as they sign up, we're adding them into the group, whether you're in the Tracker app group, like I know Nan and myself, and Christy, I don't know if you are or not. And then some people are doing a Facebook group, but the same thing. I believe you guys are just adding people as soon as they sign up, correct? Same idea. So I made a Google form that basically when you get a new challenger, and I wanted to share that with you guys, you would put their name in there. And then I know, Katie, I think I got part of this idea from you. So give Katie Shepard credit here. But where then you can send them the directions, and then you can send them, this is how you use the Tracker app. This is how you meal plan. There's different videos. So let me share that with you guys. Instead of having to go to like find it in the YouTube, the team YouTube channel, or find it in the how to get a challenger started document, like the different Google Docs. So you could have your own challenger spreadsheet, and basically starting here, put their name, and then if I would click on this, it has all the different ordering instructions. And then after their ordered process. So for example, hold on. You could copy and paste the link. And then after they ordered, how do they track? So it has the videos in here. And then I have Summer's videos for like the main things. So for example, when I get someone started, there's a lot of messages those first couple days. And then I like to send them, just a how are you doing message. And then the first month or so, there's like key topics I like to hit on. So finding your why, setting goals, tackling the weekend. You guys are familiar with these. So in here is Summer's videos. Sometimes I have my own of all these, and I'll go back and forth. Sometimes I feel like sending my own is better. Sometimes I think it's nice to send Summer's video, because then it also shows them that it's not all on me. I'm not the only teacher. That if you're thinking ahead towards them choosing to be a coach, that they don't have to make all these videos, that they're going to have resources just like we give them. So I thought I would share that with the team page if you guys think that would be useful to kind of track your people and have everything there. And then that way, if Susie's on the first week and somebody else is 3 weeks in, you know where they are. And basically my idea was just put an X after I've sent the different videos. So I knew all my people were getting all that basic foundation information. Does that sound cool?
Yeah.
Any questions on that? Or what those videos? And I know like Nan has examples. If you've been around a while, I'm sure you have some of those videos yourself. But it's always nice to kind of have an outline of what you would make your video for. So
something, Christy, I was listening to this week's National Wake Up Call, and I know I'm so bad, and I know like a lot of us get out of the habit, but I was thinking of incorporating more of the containers somehow in the challenge groups. Because they were saying, how they really focus on like using the containers, and I'm just like, I don't feel like we're not stressing that part of it enough, that's part of like the recipe, but not making sure that, but having people not think that they have to be perfect and, use them as well. But I don't know. I was just wondering if anybody had any ideas, I guess, on that. Like if we could try, I even thought maybe next week or something in our group, we could try and focus on that, like make a video on it. And then all of us like start tracking, like using the 21 Day Fix container app or something, and like really get diligent about doing it using the app. I know Heather's been doing a good job with it. And so maybe if we, it's one of those things, if we do it, they'll follow our steps and follow our feet, and start doing it a little bit more. Just a thought.
Yeah, I did that. I think it was in January. There was like 2 or 3 people that were doing the 21-day fix. And so like we all committed to like copying taking a screenshot of the app and putting it in the group. And it did work well, but then, it falls. I think it's one of those things you have to remember to come back to. And the hard thing is if you do it naturally, then you can do it without the containers.
Yeah, I know.
So forcing ourselves to use the containers to teach, I think is just a good reminder.
Do people who sign up for the on-demand without Shakeology get containers in the mail?
Not without Shakeology.
Oh, no, not without the all access you do. Yeah.
Great.
But, they can always buy them, and, it's always like a good gift, I guess, too, for people.
I kind of feel like that's a flaw with the all access, because when they ordered the programs, they got the whole program, and it was stressing like the whole recipe. And now with the on demand, it's just like, oh, here are all the workouts, and it sort of like leaves out the nutrition part, I feel like.
Do you share? I made a video that I share with them, and that's in that tracker. The thing I'll share with you is a spreadsheet where I like went on to on demand and showed them where you find like the meal plans and
That's
the calendar and that kind of thing. And so I make sure I share that with them, that yes, you have access to all these workouts, but we're going to work together and pick a program. And once you pick your program, you need to log in on a computer and find the meal plan and find the calendar and figure out what bracket you're in. So I make sure I share that with them.
Yeah,
hopefully
I usually do it.
Piece a little bit.
Yeah, I've been doing that, but then I've noticed some people, they just are kind of bopping around, and I'm like, okay, we need to focus. And some people, you're never going to get them to do it anyway. So, Amanda, are you talking the menu planner, the real old one that Beachbody has always had? If you go in there, it's way different than if it's good. It's really good, but it's way different than how you calculate out calories for like using most of the programs. But I like it because you can kind of calorie swap out with things. Like you can actually plan your whole week, and then you can say, well, I don't want to eat yogurt. I want to eat this, and swap it out, and it kind of keeps it in proportion. So it's nice in that sort of way. And
it will, now they're going through, and every recipe has like the P90X containers. So it'll tell you what equivalents are, which I think is, if you're not great at figuring out equivalents for the containers, it's really helpful to look, because a lot of stuff I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have thought that was a blue or a yellow. And it kind of makes it easier so you can give better advice. I really like it when I'm just looking for recipes. Like I need some dinner ideas, and I'll go to the meal planner. And I've told challengers that too.
Yeah. And another good thing, of course, is the Fix8 channel on there. It's really good. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely check that out. And maybe we need to encourage that a little bit more to people too, but just ideas. Christy Lovell, did you have any announcements or anything? No.
I only can see half your face.
I know.
There's your smile.
Oh, it went away. Did you grow like an inch or two? There you go. That's a good idea, Stacy. Yes. Pillows are always nice.
What questions do you guys have? So unmute and nothing.
Nobody has anything? Arlene, you had some questions, didn't you? Do you know?
Hi.
There you
go. Mine was just about the if we were doing a Facebook group also, because I was having trouble getting people to commit to the tracker and add that app onto their phone. And so I was just looking for other options to try to get some of my people, maybe who like were active more in January, who have kind of like fallen off the wagon, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, Christy Lovell's team, she has the Facebook group, But I mean, just be careful. You can absolutely go there if you want to, but I just don't overwhelm yourself with being in too many places.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Right. Yeah, we have the Facebook group open, and if you have any challengers, I mean, if you invite them in, but I don't want you getting overwhelmed being in, both groups, because you can easily get burned out. But I mean, by all means, like, it's open to everyone.
Okay.
Trying to see if anybody had any questions.
So I'm pretty sure everyone on here invited to the call on Tuesday. Does anyone have any questions on like how to follow up, or what do I say because they said this, or those kind of questions? I know, Amanda, you invited like crazy. I'm proud of you. And your social media has been like on point. So great job. I'm really proud of you. Any questions on like how to follow up or what to do?
Yeah, I sent a like last minute message to everybody saying like, hope to see you on the call like 30 minutes beforehand. And my previous message that I sent with all the info, it was, I'm out of town till Friday, blah, blah, but I'll check back with you Friday. Now, I only had one person that said I'm on the call, and that was it out of like 25 people. So what would be the next, like, progression?
Have you sent the recording to the other people or no?
I haven't sent the recording to anybody yet because I told them I was going to check back with them Friday, and they hadn't responded either way. They hadn't said, yes, I'm listening, or no, I'm not there.
Okay. So first, the one person that did listen, you want to set a time to talk to them. Like, when can we talk about what you liked about the call? Or what interests you? Those are the things, like, you don't want to say, what did you think? Like that. You want to say, what did you like about the call? Or who did you relate to? What story did you find interesting? That's a great way to get the conversation going and pull out, let them talk about the positive. Yes. And like I said, like, get them on, like, hey, when's the time we can talk to hear what you liked best about the call, or who you related to the most, or who reminded you of your story, those kind of things. And this, I think, was a unique call because there were so many different people on it that you really can say, okay, which person did you relate to or hear yourself in? And then the other people, what I would say is come back to them now that it's Friday, tomorrow, and be like, hey girl, I know I said to follow up on Friday. I wasn't sure if you could get on or not, but can you, I can send you the recording today. Could you listen to it by Monday or something? You always want to put like the next, and that was in the book a lot of us are reading, or some Get Over Your Damn Self, like put the next check-in in there. So if I send the recording, can you listen to it by Sunday night and we can talk next week? Something like that. I don't know. Christine, Nan, Rebecca, anyone does that sound right?
Yeah. I mean, I actually had somebody from our tracker group who commented on the post that I put in there who never has ever like checked any of my Facebook messages. And I'm like, I don't know, like what's going on? And then she like hopped on there and I'm talking to her tomorrow. And I was like, well, I guess like, so I'm like, so now I know I have to reach her by text because that was actually how I had to send her the link. But what I did to the people, I had a few that even when I invited, they thought I was inviting them to basically like a challenge group and they didn't really understand. And so I kind of just backtracked and said, then I invited, like it says in You're a Badass, like invite to the challenge group opportunity if they think that's not for them. But absolutely, I just say, no worries. It was absolutely recording. You mind if I send it to you? And they say, yeah, absolutely. So I send them the link and I said, all right. And I also send the coaching opportunity from Everything with Heart that has a couple stories. It has like I think me and Christy or me, or I don't know, there's different stories and stuff on Everything with Heart, the Coaching at a Glance link in there. If you go to Everything with Heart, I send them that. I said, and also in the meantime, you can also check out these links. And then I set a follow-up date. And then once, so I have to check in with people tomorrow and I'm going to see if they listen to it. And then my next step is always, what did you like about what you heard, or did you feel like you connected with somebody? And then I'm saying, okay, let's get on the phone and chat. And I'm always getting people on the phone. So definitely, Darlene, I wouldn't even give any cost or anything over a message. I would get them on the phone and say, I find it most helpful to go ahead and chat. Is there a good, here's when I'm available, and give a couple options, when's the best date or time that works for you, and then leave it at that. Because you can really explain, it's really hard to explain, if you sign up for this and the coaching fees away, but then and then it kind of is too overwhelming for them. And I've found it to be so much easier if you just get on the phone and have them listen to the webinar, see what they like, and then you can kind of say, and, obviously, it's free to sign up, you're going to, join, get the challenge pack. We'll get you connected with the team, for even more support and encouragement, that kind of thing. So.
Nan and Christy, how often do you guys send links to people and then just zip, they just never respond to anything ever again? I send the recording. Is it often?
It can be.
I'll send the recording and okay, let's set up a time to chat. And then it's just for months, just nothing. They never even say I didn't like it, I don't want to do that.
I used to get that more than I do now. I can't remember if it's in Get Over Yourself or Badass or something talks about you need to give people the permission to say no, because crickets is worse, in my opinion. So sometimes if I hear nothing back, Rebecca, you were asking how long, 2 weeks, I'll usually after a couple days try to change, usually I'll follow up one time. Did you listen to it? If I don't hear anything, then I might change the subject and be how was your weekend? Something. And if they answer that and not the other question, then sometimes it's obvious that the coaching is just not a fit right now. But I have a coach right now, Jenny, that never answered me about coaching, would dodge it for a year. And then now she's a coach. So again, it's just not right now. But, that if you have to say it seems like this isn't something that's a good fit for you right now, and I'm really looking for people that are ready to change their lives and get motivated, so that's totally okay, and I understand. You can just tell me no. And it's scary to say that, but at the same time you're wasting your time holding on to this person that's not answering you. And I think in Get Over Yourself, it talks about having constipated funnel. And I've definitely been in that point where it's just all these people not making a decision one way or the other. And so you're wasting a lot of time managing people that aren't making any decisions. So you sometimes have to say, give them the permission to say no, and that you'll still love them and it doesn't hurt your feelings. If it's not a good time, just tell me, no big deal. You may need to say that. And Nan, I know you've said that. And then people are oh, no, I really do want to do it. Cause it's almost when you start to take it away and you're not so attached, then they're going to do something.
I think it was actually, and I don't know, I might be getting this confused, but I actually think it was the virtual,
was it him?
It was him. He had a really good one
in my head.
It was him that he even had scripts, and I saved a couple of them because he was dead on, basically of telling you I'm sensing a bit of hesitation. He was what did he call it? He said, what did he call it? The take back.
Mm-hmm. Now you say that. Yeah. The take back. Never mind. I'll go.
Yeah. And what he said was, that was a really, really good episode. I might have been the one I posted on our team page last week. I can't remember now though, because I've listened to quite a few of them, but that was a really good one. Yeah, because he talked about that, and that was exactly with the Get Over Yourself. And I was but yeah, I always just say a lot of times, I'm sensing a bit of hesitation. Is there some, even for challengers, there's something that, especially after I sent the link, I'm sensing a little bit of hesitation. Is there something that I can do to make you feel more comfortable in joining me, or something like that? Or, I had one, a girl, she still hasn't done anything, but it's been funny because she randomly, the one that I sent to her was, after I invited her, I basically, have you given any more thought in joining me? And then she responded that she didn't want to you know, she doesn't see herself as being a coach. And I told her, I totally get that. It's not the right fit for you for now. But since you already have a program in Shakeology, she's not under me. Why not get you into my group so we can support you on your journey? And does that sound like that's something that might excite you? Because she's got everything and she's not doing it and she's really struggling, but she's not pulling that trigger and I can't figure out why. So then she kind of didn't respond to me. So then they got a bunch of snow and I was like, hey, I saw your kids were out playing in the snow helmet. And she responded to that. I was like, okay, let's go back. Like, why are you not? So it's just like, you just got to figure out what people are, unfortunately. And it's probably, I mean, it's again goes back to when she's going to be ready for it. So you just got to keep tweaking and all that fun stuff.
But no response is normal. It is normal. What other questions? Stacy, anything? You're sitting there so quiet and thoughtful.
One of my coaches asked in Team Courage today, Summer posted something about the leadership something.
The Spartan race?
No. And if you could qualify for Summit.
Oh, yeah. I just saw that. I didn't realize that.
Is that different than before? Like where you get the SC points?
So it's an addition. So there's the, because I just read through. So when you're a new coach, you can get a free Summit ticket if you hit SC5 your first 3 months.
Right.
And your first month can either be the month you sign up or the next month. So you sign up on the 15th of a month that if you hit SC5, that can start it, or you can wait until your first full month. So that's still true. And then now if you hit team leader, which to be team leader, you have to be diamond, SC5, 3 coaches with at least 1 SC point, and 5,000 week leg volume. I think that's
That sounds right. God, I have no idea.
And make $1,000 a month.
Because I read through the thing and it said rank advancements, and then in parentheses it said like emerald, ruby, and diamond. So then I didn't know if it meant you had to be diamond, or if
so it's just one time. So one time in your first year as a coach,
you have to rank advance.
You have to meet the criteria to be a team leader, which is a diamond rank, okay, make $1,000 the month prior, be SC5 the month prior. It's 2 or 3 coaches with at least 1 SC point and have 5,000 on your week leg.
How long do you have to hold the diamond?
Just
because you're always a diamond once you get there.
Once you hit diamond, you stay diamond. It's not like the other ranks where you have to hold it for a certain amount of weeks. But to put that in perspective, that's most likely having like 100-ish people, and you're like totally doable in your first year, or in a year from when you like start. But it's a pretty
ambitious goal.
But it's totally doable. Like it's a pretty solid, like if you're a team leader, then you have a solid income. You're making at least a couple $100 every single week. It's not the up and down. So that's a good thing to look towards getting to. It's something that like Nan and I hit most weeks, not every week, not every month, but around there. Wouldn't you say?
What, hit team leader?
Yeah, like that's that goal that we're striving for.
Yeah.
That 1 to 2 star.
Yeah.
So
usually, honestly, usually the first ones are the hardest ones are your SC points on your team. Like those are your hard, and then to get a leader, and then your week leg volume is going to be your hardest 2 things. Because you can kind of control your other than some of the volume, and so the wake up call this week, if you guys haven't listened to, was really good, with the 2 diamond coaches and stuff. It was good to hear. I like hearing a little bit newer coaches' perspectives on things and how they're doing things, and they just sound so different than like the elite. They're so like the one girl, when she said something about like my mind is full-time Beachbody. I was like, oh, you're kind of a little bit crazy though, girl. Like, maybe you should not be full-time Beachbody in your mind. Like, but I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
Not quite as polished.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay. But yeah, that was a good one to listen to. I like how they're pulling in some new people. We got about 4 minutes. Does anybody have any other questions or ideas? So Rebecca she offered her house up if people don't want to travel for Super Saturday. And don't forget, we have coffee talk this weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, who's going to be there Saturday?
I'm going.
Rebecca, do you have a treadmill? You do. I might stay longer.
Why is it going to be snowing?
It's not supposed to be nice, and I need to get a run in.
Oh. You can come in my garage, but there's like 80 boxes sitting on it now.
You want us to all bring something to share? Is that the plan Saturday? Okay. And kids are okay because I have mine.
Yeah, I'll have one, but she's excited to see baby Margaret. So, and then the other one got mad. I was like, okay. Yep. So.
Oh yeah, Katie, are you kicking us out at a certain time? So whenever, Katie, till whenever.
Okay. Am I unmuted?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah. My husband won't be home until like noon, so you're welcome to stay later than that, I guess. But
I'm staying until dinner. You're gonna feed me all meals.
I can't guarantee my house is gonna be super clean, but that's okay. You guys won't judge. I've had a stressful week, so what did I do today? Instead of clean, I made more of a mess. What I do.
You tear something up.
I started painting like 3 more rooms. So I've needed some pretty intense therapy. So yeah, today painting.
You should go help Kate McGregor paint her new house.
I should. I'm running out of rooms here, so I might need to do that.
And what if I ever find a house, you can go help me too?
I think my husband might. I don't know. He's going a little insane with me and my projects, but it's better than some other alternatives. So.
Yep. All right, we're probably going to get cut off.
Yeah, we got about a minute left. So, all right. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us. Get some sleep. Katie, are you going to bed 30 minutes early?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
I did last night. I totally did it.
Good.
So I wasn't any less tired this morning.
I know. I'm like, I can't. I'm not getting good sleep because I'm just waking up peeing all night. So it's like over with.
It's also a bad week to judge because my internal clock takes time to reset. So, but 30 minutes earlier, I'm doing it.
Good. That's awesome.
With
all right.
No power last night. I went to bed at 9 because it was dark in my house, and I slept all the way till 6. So yeah, I still woke up exhausted. So maybe I should do it a few nights in a row.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. It's always fun to see and talk to everybody, and hopefully we'll see most of you guys this weekend, okay?